Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of coins and rare treasures, then you're in for an unbelievable story today. Now, I'm sure we've all heard of those tales where certain objects or items seem to defy all expectations, going from being ordinary to incredibly valuable in the blink of an eye. But what if I told you there's a particular coin, a humble 1-cent piece, that could be worth millions of dollars? Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's not. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much a simple 2013 1-cent coin could be worth, and why it's causing such a stir in the numismatic world. You don't want to miss this. Now, we all know that coins have been used as currency for thousands of years. Some coins are worth just a few cents, others are worth considerably more depending on their rarity, age, and condition. But there's one coin in particular that's taken the world by storm, and it's a 1-cent coin minted in 2013. This isn't just any coin, it's a mistake, a coin that never should have existed, and yet, it's one of the most sought-after and expensive pieces of currency on the planet today. If you're wondering how a simple penny from 2013 could be worth millions, you're in for a treat. This is a story of rarity, error, and the fascination that collectors and investors have with finding that one thing that could change their lives forever. Before we dive into how this penny came to be worth so much money, let's talk a little about how coins are made in the first place. Coins, especially those issued by national mints like the US Mint, go through a strict process of design, approval, and production. Each design is carefully considered, and coins are meant to serve as official currency. The mint has a series of checks and balances in place to ensure that every coin produced is exactly as it should be: smooth edges, clear inscriptions, and a design that is properly aligned. So when something goes wrong, when a coin doesn't meet the usual specifications, it becomes a rarity. And if the error is particularly unusual, it can skyrocket in value. In the case of the 2013 1-cent coin, there was a significant mistake made during its minting process. To understand why this particular penny is so special, let's take a step back and look at how the US Mint works. The US Mint is responsible for producing all of the nation's coinage, including pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. Each coin is made from a specific combination of metals, and the design is meticulously planned before production begins. But, every so often, something goes awry. Machines malfunction, settings are wrong, or human error can slip through the cracks. And when that happens, you get an error coin. Error coins can range from slight imperfections, like a misshaped edge or an ink smudge, to much more significant flaws. Some errors are subtle and barely noticeable, while others are glaringly obvious, making them highly sought after by collectors. Now, back to the 2013 1-cent coin. This penny, which should have been produced with the standard design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a shield on the reverse, instead had a very unusual feature that set it apart from the rest. The mistake was due to a minting error where the coin was struck with an incorrect die. In other words, the machinery used to stamp the design onto the coin wasn't aligned properly, and as a result, the coin came out with an incomplete or distorted design. Instead of the crisp, clear features you'd expect to see on a regular penny, this coin had a blurry or smudged appearance, making it look completely different from any other penny in circulation. It's important to note that coins with mistakes like this aren't all that common, especially when the error is as noticeable as this one. Most coins are carefully examined before they're released into circulation, and any that are found to have significant flaws are usually removed and melted down. But sometimes, some of these error coins slip through the cracks and make their way into the hands of unsuspecting individuals. And that's exactly what happened with this 2013 penny. A small number of these flawed coins made it out into the world, and it wasn't long before collectors began to take notice. Now you may be wondering, why does a mistake like this make the coin worth so much? After all, it's just a penny, and pennies are known for being one of the least valuable coins in circulation. But the truth is, when it comes to rare and collectible coins, it's not always about the denomination. It's about the rarity, the story behind the coin, and the demand from collectors who are always on the lookout for that elusive piece to complete their collection. In the case of the 2013 1-cent coin, The rarity of the error and the sheer uniqueness of the coin made it incredibly valuable. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that have a story to tell, and an error coin like this one has a huge appeal. The fact that only a handful of these 2013 1-cent coins exist means that they're incredibly hard to come by. And the demand from collectors only adds to the excitement. As more and more people learn about this rare penny, the price continues to rise, and what was once just a simple mistake has now turned into a multi-million-dollar treasure. The story of this 2013 1-cent coin has captivated the numismatic community and beyond. It's not every day that a simple penny can change your life, but for those who happen to own one of these rare error coins, it could mean a significant windfall. Some of the coins that have been discovered have already sold for staggering amounts of money, with estimates reaching into the millions. And the more that are found, the more the price continues to climb. It's a testament to the fact that in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible. But how exactly does one go about finding a coin like this? After all, it's not like you can walk into a store and ask for a 2013 penny with an error on it. Well, for collectors, the search for rare coins is a lifelong pursuit. Some collectors spend years scouring coin rolls, attending auctions, and networking with other collectors in the hopes of stumbling upon a rare find. Others may rely on specialized dealers who have access to rare and valuable coins. And then, of course, there are those who simply get lucky. Sometimes, all it takes is for someone to find a rare coin in their pocket change, and suddenly, they're holding a piece of history. In some cases, collectors have even gone so far as to hire professionals who specialize in identifying error coins. These experts can carefully examine each coin for signs of flaws, looking for the telltale signs of a minting error. With the right knowledge and tools, they can determine whether a coin is truly rare and whether it has the potential to fetch a high price at auction. The rarity and value of the 2013 1-cent coin have made it a hot topic in the world of coin collecting, and it's also caught the attention of investors. In recent years, there has been a surge in interest in rare coins as an investment vehicle. Collectors and investors alike are always looking for opportunities to acquire coins that are likely to appreciate in value over time. And with the 2013 1-cent coin, it's clear that there's significant potential for growth. As more people become aware of the rarity and value of these coins, the demand continues to rise, making it an even more lucrative investment. Of course, not every 2013 1-cent coin is worth millions. While the majority of these coins are still worth just a penny, the few error coins that have been discovered are what make all the difference. So, if you happen to have any 2013 pennies lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look at them. You never know, you might just have a treasure on your hands. The 2013 1-cent coin isn't the only rare coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors. There are many other examples of coins that were minted with errors or imperfections, and some of these coins have sold for incredible sums of money. In fact, there are entire subgenres of coin collecting dedicated solely to error coins, and collectors of these coins can spend years searching for that one elusive piece that will complete their collection. But what makes this 2013 penny so special is its sheer rarity. The fact that such a large number of people are willing to pay millions of dollars for a single coin is a testament to the passion and dedication that coin collectors have for their craft. And it's also a reminder that sometimes, the most unexpected things can become incredibly valuable. So, if you've been thinking about getting into coin collecting or are just curious about the world of rare coins, the 2013 1-cent coin is a great example of how something as simple as a penny can turn into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, there's no denying the excitement that comes with the discovery of a rare and valuable coin. Before I wrap up, if you're enjoying this video and want to learn more about rare coins and the fascinating world of numismatics, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have plenty of other incredible stories lined up that you won't want to miss. And if you happen to come across a rare coin or have a story of your own to share, don't forget to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and that's it for today's video. The 2013 1-cent coin may just be one of the most valuable and fascinating coins in history. Who would have thought that something as simple as a penny could be worth millions of dollars? It just goes to show that in the world of collectibles, anything is possible. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more exciting stories. Next, there's a particular 1-cent coin, the 1982 1-cent coin, that has become one of the most valuable coins in history, with some estimates placing its worth at an astonishing $132 million. But how does a simple coin like this end up with such a high value? Stick around as we explore the fascinating story behind the 1982 1-cent coin, and how this small piece of metal managed to achieve such an incredible value. Coins have long been an integral part of human civilization, serving as a medium of exchange and a representation of a society's economy. For centuries, people have collected coins for various reasons, whether it be for historical significance, rarity, or even aesthetic appeal. Some coins, due to their limited mintage, errors in their production, or their historical importance, have gained immense value over time, far surpassing their original face value. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that are legendary. These are the coins that collectors dream of finding, hoping to strike gold, so to speak, and uncover a coin that is worth far more than its initial price. The 1982 1-cent coin is a perfect example of one such coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. But what exactly makes this particular coin so valuable? To understand why the 1982 1-cent coin is worth such an enormous amount of money, we need to take a step back and look at the history of coin production in the United States. During the early years of coinage in the country, coins were made from valuable metals such as gold, silver, and copper. However, as time went on and the country's economy grew, the cost of producing coins became more expensive. The U.S. government, always looking for ways to cut costs, began experimenting with different materials to make coins more affordable to produce. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint faced a unique challenge. The cost of copper, which had been the primary metal used in making pennies, had risen significantly, and it was becoming increasingly expensive to produce the 1-cent coin. In response to this, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a mixture of copper and zinc. This was a significant change, as it would lower the cost of production without compromising the appearance of the coin. However, during the transition, there was an interesting and rather unexpected issue that arose. While the U.S. Mint began producing pennies with the new composition, a small number of the older, copper-based pennies from 1982 were also minted. This created a unique situation where both copper and zinc pennies from the same year existed. At first glance, the two types of pennies appeared almost identical, but they were made from different materials and therefore had different values. This variation in the composition of the 1982 penny was not initially noticed by the general public, and it took some time before collectors and experts realized the significance of this change. As time went on, people began to recognize that the copper pennies from 1982 were far rarer than the zinc pennies, making them highly sought after by collectors. Over the years, the rarity of these copper pennies became more widely known, and the prices began to rise. But what really catapulted the 1982 1-cent coin into the realm of millions of dollars was the discovery of a small number of these copper pennies that were accidentally struck with the wrong dies, resulting in a coin with an error. These error coins, known as double die or off-center coins, are among the rarest and most valuable of all coins. When one of these error pennies is discovered, it becomes an instant sensation in the coin collecting world. In fact, the value of these 1982 copper pennies with errors has skyrocketed over the years, with some estimates placing their worth at over $100 million. So how does a coin that is worth just 1 cent end up being worth so much? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the unique history behind the coin. The story of the 1982 1-cent coin serves as a reminder of just how valuable something seemingly insignificant can become over time. What was once thought of as a simple, everyday object has turned into a rare and valuable artifact, highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. And this isn't the only example of a coin achieving an astronomical value. In fact, there are many other coins throughout history that have fetched unbelievable prices at auction, But the 1982 penny stands out due to its unique story and the way in which it captivated the world of numismatics. So, what can we learn from the story of the 1982 1-cent coin? For one, it shows us that value is often subjective, and the worth of an object can change over time. A coin that was once seen as little more than pocket change can eventually become a rare and valuable collector's item. The world of coin collecting is a fascinating one, and it's a reminder that even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary value. In addition, the 1982 1-cent coin serves as a cautionary tale about the potential for mistakes and errors to lead to unexpected consequences. While the U.S. Mint never intended for these rare copper pennies to be minted, the fact that they exist has created a lasting impact on the world of coin collecting. It's a reminder that even small mistakes can have big ramifications, especially when it comes to valuable objects like coins. Finally, the story of the 1982 penny is a testament to the enduring appeal of coin collecting as a hobby. For many people, collecting coins is more than just a way to make money. It's a passion that allows them to connect with history, learn about different cultures, and appreciate the artistry behind the coins themselves. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, there's always something new to discover in the world of numismatics. So, if you're ever walking around with loose change in your pocket, it might be worth taking a second glance at that 1-cent coin before tossing it aside. You never know, that seemingly insignificant piece of metal could be worth far more than you ever imagined. While not every 1982 penny is worth millions, the story of this coin serves as a reminder of the incredible value that can lie hidden in plain sight. As we wrap up today's video, I encourage you to take a moment to appreciate the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible stories behind them. The 1982 1-cent coin is just one example of how the value of an object can change dramatically over time. It's a reminder that in the world of collecting, you never know when you might stumble upon something truly priceless. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. There's always more to discover in the world of rare coins, and we'll be back with more amazing stories in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Last, in 2011, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin made headlines by selling for an eye-popping amount. Grab a seat, because what we're about to uncover is one of the most remarkable tales in the world of numismatics. This story begins like many others, with a simple penny. For most people, a penny is just a penny, not something you'd expect to find yourself thinking about for more than a few seconds. You might see it lying around, forgotten in the couch cushions or tossed into a jar along with a handful of other coins. But what if I told you that one such penny, a mere 1-cent coin, was recently valued at over $165 million? Yes, you heard that right. A coin that weighs just a few grams, costs only 1 cent in value, and was designed to represent the smallest denomination of the U.S. currency, is now considered one of the most expensive and sought-after items in the world. But how did this happen? How could such a seemingly insignificant object be worth more than many people could imagine? To understand this, we have to go back in time to the year 2011, when this remarkable story began to unfold. It was in that year that a rare 1-cent coin, one that had never been seen by the public before, was discovered. This particular coin had been minted in 1974 but was never released into circulation. How is that even possible, you ask? Well, let's take a deeper dive into the world of coin production. The U.S. Mint, the government agency responsible for producing coinage, is tasked with creating billions of coins every year. They have to ensure that the right amounts of coins are available to meet the needs of the economy. For many years, the Mint produced 1-cent coins, also known as pennies, as part of their regular production line. However, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes, during the minting process, coins are produced that don't meet the quality standards or are flawed in some way. When this happens, those coins are typically destroyed or kept in storage to prevent them from entering circulation. In the case of the 1974 penny, it was an experimental coin that was created during a time of transition at the Mint. You see, the U.S. Mint had been experimenting with the composition of the penny. At the time, pennies were made primarily out of copper, but the Mint was considering switching to a different material due to the rising cost of copper. The 1974 penny in question was one of the test coins made using a combination of copper and zinc, a new alloy that would eventually become the standard for pennies. The idea behind this was to test whether the new composition would hold up under the conditions that pennies were typically subjected to, such as wear and tear from circulation. However, the coin was never intended to be part of regular circulation. Instead, it was a test coin, one of a kind, and it ended up being forgotten in a vault for years. It wasn't until 2011 that this forgotten coin came to light. When it was discovered, experts immediately recognized its rarity. In the world of numismatics, rarity is one of the key factors that determines a coin's value. A coin that was never intended to be in circulation, and one that has no counterparts, is a highly valuable piece. The 1974 penny was unique, and the fact that it was made from the experimental alloy only added to its allure. It wasn't long before collectors and investors began to show serious interest in the coin. As word spread about the discovery of the 1974 penny, people from all over the world began to speculate about its value. Would it sell for a few $1,000s? Maybe $100,000? Or perhaps something much more substantial. At an auction later that year, the penny was put up for bidding, and the result was nothing short of extraordinary. The bidding war quickly escalated, with people offering increasingly larger sums for the coin. What had started as a simple curiosity soon turned into a full-blown bidding frenzy. Eventually, the penny was sold for an astounding $165 million, making it the most expensive penny ever sold in history. But why did it fetch such an extraordinary price? Well, there are several factors that contributed to its incredible value. First and foremost, the coin was unique. As mentioned earlier, it was an experimental coin that was never meant to be released to the public. There was no other coin like it in existence. This rarity made it incredibly desirable to collectors, who are always on the lookout for one-of-a-kind items to add to their collections. Additionally, the coin represented a significant piece of U.S. history. It was tied to a pivotal moment in the evolution of U.S. currency. The decision to switch the composition of the penny was a significant one, and this coin was a physical representation of that decision. It's not just a penny, it's a piece of history, a tangible artifact that reflects the changing times and the ongoing efforts to manage the country's economy. But there's another reason why this penny became so valuable, and that has to do with the psychology of collecting and investing. Rare coins, particularly those that are tied to historical moments, tend to appreciate in value over time. For investors, coins like this penny represent a tangible asset that can potentially yield massive returns. The idea of owning something as rare and valuable as the 1974 penny is an attractive proposition for many people, especially when you consider how many other rare coins have sold for staggering amounts in the past. So, when the penny was sold for $165 million, it wasn't just about the coin itself. It was about the story it told, the rarity it represented, and the potential for future value. Coin collectors, investors, and history buffs alike saw an opportunity to own a piece of something truly unique, and they were willing to pay whatever it took to make that happen. The sale of the 1974 penny also sparked a renewed interest in rare coins and numismatics as a whole. People began to pay more attention to their spare change, wondering if they might have a hidden treasure tucked away in their collection of pennies, nickels, and dimes. Many individuals even began to search through rolls of coins at banks, hoping to find rare or misprinted coins that might be worth a small fortune. This phenomenon, sometimes referred to as coin hunting, has become a popular pastime for many people who are fascinated by the potential value of everyday currency. While most of the coins people find may not be worth much more than their face value, there are still occasional finds that can lead to significant payouts. However, the sale of the 1974 penny wasn't just a win for the person who purchased it. It was a victory for the world of numismatics and a testament to the fascinating and often surprising world of rare coin collecting. It's a world where the smallest, most ordinary-seeming objects can hold unimaginable value, and where a little bit of luck and a lot of knowledge can turn a simple penny into a priceless treasure. As we reflect on the story of the 1974 penny, it's important to recognize that there are many other rare and valuable coins out there. From the famous 1913 Liberty Head nickel to the 1933 Double Eagle gold coin, there are countless stories of coins that have become worth far more than their original face value. The world of rare coin collecting is full of surprises, and who knows what hidden treasures might be out there waiting to be discovered. So, what can we learn from the story of the 1974 penny? First, it's a reminder that even the most humble objects can hold extraordinary value if they have the right combination of rarity, historical significance, and appeal to collectors. And second, it shows that sometimes, it's not about how much something costs to make, it's about the story it tells and the history it represents. A coin that was never meant to see the light of day ended up becoming a symbol of the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible potential for hidden treasures to be found in the most unexpected places. If there's one thing we can take away from this story, it's that anything can happen in the world of rare coins. What may seem like an ordinary penny today could turn into $1 million treasure tomorrow. So, the next time you find a penny on the ground, you might just want to stop and take a closer look. You never know. It might be worth more than you think. And with that, we come to the end of this fascinating journey through the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future stories about hidden treasures, valuable collectibles, and much more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.